Hey, and we are again with another episode of Before You Buy. That display where we come up with some immediately up gameplay and our first impressions on the state-of-the-art games liberating. And today, we are speak Modern Warfare 3. We're a little past due in this, but before the rest of the game launches. Right here we are speaking mainly approximately the campaign. So, fast following up last year's Modern Warfare 2. Is this Modern Warfare 3 marketing campaign? And we once in a while wreck campaign and multiplayer into separate films if people are involved enough. And I'm generally the campaign man, so yeah. I've performed each Call of Duty marketing campaign. Appropriate and awful just because I love a nice, amusing bombastic adventure. I am form of informal with the multiplayer. However, these campaigns continually just sort of feel like huge stupid action movies. From time to time brief but candy and full of movement. Regrettably, Modern Warfare 3 is really short. And now not certainly sweet. And not without a doubt full of any interesting motion. It has some moments right here and there. But those moments sense out of place. Due to the fact the relaxation of it simply feels so slapped together. It looks like a real low. Now, simply before we hold going. We are no longer gambling at assessment replica, we bought this. And this pictures is captured going for walks. On PS5 and is spoiler unfastened. So anyway, house responsibilities aside. The setup right here is the gang is in action, you know? Ghost, Fee, Gauze, Soap, Laswell, Farah. All sort of assembled after the interesting Modern Warfare 3 reboot. And the OK Modern Warfare 2 campaign. They are doing their thing until the large awful villain Vladimir Makarov suggests up and the world is underneath chance. As he and his military works to do awful man stuff. Frame other nations, launch bombs and motive chaos. This one feels maximum removed from the previous games. Cause like notwithstanding a few quid of the sector stuff taking place like the stakes. A variety of it nevertheless feels actually low-key. And presentation smart. And totally does not pretty match up to the previous campaigns, particularly the primary one. Type of simply begins and moves along. With the occasional cutscene. But a whole lot of it's far instructed over like voiceovers over maps. And that I understand none of that stuff is like out of the ordinary. For a Call of Duty marketing campaign. But not anything absolutely interesting ever occurs. And again, in spite of like nukes and bombs and bad guys. There is certainly simply a couple of moments right here and there. There's still Charge who's genuinely the standout here. I have said it earlier then, I've stated it again. Just like the actor at the back of him just feels particular. And the person has a truly correct presence. But maximum of the characters they've additionally constructed up don't clearly get to shine as a whole lot as they could on this recreation. Due to the fact, I'll simply be frank. This is a virtually, sincerely brief campaign. It might take you like 4 hours. On one play via on normal or tough. Concentrate, in case you simply play multiplayer. You probably do not care. However, even if you're shopping for this as a part of an average bundle, it still desires to be as much as par. And that is the biggest hassle. It's no longer best that it's only a few hours. It's that it's not a very good few hours. To the factor where some missions aren't even without a doubt missions. Like with correct planned enemy encounters. And scripted moments and interesting stage layout. All that stuff. Some missions honestly are just kind of glorified bits of Warzone, the multiplayer mode. Yeah, these quote-unquote guns loose. Open combat zones you're dumped into are chaotic however bland. And also you run round and you can find unique crates to locate uncommon weapons. Or different drops to exchange your operator loadout. Does that sound familiar? Yeah, it is Warzone. It has more than one little stealth spins on it here and there. But yeah, in the end a handful of missions on this marketing campaign are simply mini Warzone. That's what you would get if you'd need to play multiplayer. And the problem with like these big open-ended missions is that the enemy AI and encounters are simply not interesting here as they are in like the important regular idea out missions. The enemies are just type of running round, going for walks closer to you and you recognize it's first class, but simply nowhere near as pleasing or amusing or attractive as a standard traditional Call of Duty venture. You furthermore MGHT simply lose out on interesting levels and proper shootouts in a laugh notion out regions. Right here, now it's just open fields with standard bunkers. Or garage centers with bins and crates and boats. Plus the targets commonly just amount to. Run here and take hold of this. Convey up your map. Simply visit that issue and do it, you fool. And that's it surely. Like it would sound harsh, however again. If I wanted to play Warzone, I'd simply play Warzone. What makes it experience worse is that there is nonetheless genuinely exact stuff tucked away in here. I still assume that when constructing characters from the remaining games, they would have finished a little more with them right here. However, at the very least, more than one cool moments. Like this lethal chemical attack, where you're running via an office constructing. Because it spews in through vents and under doorways. And people are strolling round, dying in front of you. They may be seeking to bust through doors. And bust via glass just to survive. And escape from the gasoline. All even as you are running and preventing your way to get to an exit. It was brief, short, but still definitely harrowing. Additionally, this recreation does form of do. A brand new spin at the arguable no Russian task. You know, the airport civilian shooting. From the unique Modern Warfare series? That unique assignment made headlines and it turned into divisive. Some human being's idea it went way too far. But both way, it changed into a creative desire. And it changed into cemented an online game history. And fandom both manner. Now this time round. It's like a brand new brutal Makarov scheme. However in a distinct setting. I do not know if it is gonna hit as hard. Or like Stoke mainstream communique as lots. However nevertheless, I found it simply terrifying and unsettling. Task accomplished there, they did something compelling. And Makarov himself is likewise compelling. He is a charismatic villain here. He does not get an excessive amount of time. However there may be something there. Additionally, he seems like Gary V, and that is type of humorous. But still, with this recreation it only feels like one predominant thing takes place. And then it ends on a cliffhanger. This is gonna sound harsh, but gambling it type of really felt like this was just made out of obligation. A placeholder simply to preserve the logo going. Or function like a unique field checked. For me to just re-download the large, obnoxious file-sized contemporary battle. To then just type of get a group of pop-ups for season passes. And Warzone commercials as soon as I even fire the game up. Now listen, I understand I'm not the goal demographic for maximum of this package. And once more, we have not mentioned the multiplayer and all of the other stuff. But we are speaking marketing campaign right here nowadays, you realize? I haven't been hardcore into Call of Duty multiplayer due to the fact like the unique Modern Warfare. But nonetheless, I suppose most Call of Duty campaigns have something of merit, you understand? A fun, stupid, little adventure. And it feels like they finally cast single participant adventure content material to the aspect right here. Or as a minimum are just sort of limping it along half alive. Due to the fact there are those sprinkles of these innovative moments. Makarov being a touch frightening, you recognize? The brand new no Russian incident. A pair little encounters right here and there. Charge nevertheless just type of being a badass. There's some stuff right here. However it feels just like the crew wasn't given enough time. Or finances to definitely flesh out a compelling new adventure to play through. And just kind of slap some Warzone maps collectively. I used to be upset, to mention the least. However this has kind of felt love it was inevitable. There was a Black Ops only some years ago. Wherein Call of Responsibility turned into like. Nah, we are not gonna do unmarried participant here. The brand new Modern Warfare reboot changed into a high. But it does experience like they are dropping hobby. In single player, fun adventures, campaigns. And that is a disgrace. Maybe I'm old, maybe I am turning into a dinosaur. But I do not like to see that. So, not an excessive amount of greater to say here. I am quite harsh on it, I know. If you're just searching out something and you blast via it in 3 or 4 hours and you're at least like, you recognize, fairly entertained. There is that, however I do not know, I just predicted more right here. This simply certainly feels like a smaller side mission that gets inside the way of zombies and the following large Warzone thing. But hey, it truly is just me. And that is before you buy. You know how this is going down by means of now. I come up with a few pros, a few cons and some private opinion. And now I want to hear yours down at the remarks. What do you reflect on consideration on this campaign? Chances are if you jumped into it, you finished it already. What do you watch they may be gonna do? In the event that they do a Modern Warfare 4? Modern Warfare permits cross. Let's talk something approximately this. About Modern Warfare 3. Whether you're interested in the relaxation of the package deal. If you want to see us cowl that. Or you are just, I do not know. Looking for something to look at about video games nowadays. If we help you pass the time there. All you may do is click on the like button. It legitimately facilitates us, thank you. But as constantly, thank you for looking. And we're going to see you men subsequent time.